Welcome back, student. Hope you all are safe. Today we will start with the new chapter, that is chapter 7, elements of group 16, 17 and 18. In the 11th standard we have done the periodic table. We know that the P block of periodic table consists of group 13 to 18. Out of this 13, 14 and 15 we have done in 11th standard. In this chapter, we will be doing group 16, 17 and 18. Students, remember, whenever you are studying the periodic table, don't just mug up all the elements. Just try to understand their properties like the physical and the chemical properties while studying the periodic table. Then you will remember easily. In this lecture, we will cover introduction, occurrence, electronic configuration and atomic properties. Let's get started. Before going to the periodic table, let us recall some of the important points that we have studied in the 11th standard. हमने पीरियोडिक टेबल बहुत अच्छी तरह से पढ़ चुके हैं 11th स्टैंडर्ड में. फिर भी कुछ इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स आपको यहाँ पे बता देती हूँ. द मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल, इसमें वर्टिकल कॉलम्स थे और हॉरिजॉन्टल रोज थे. These horizontal rows were called as periods and the vertical columns were called as groups, and there were 7 periods and the 18 groups. Now there are 118 elements in the periodic table. Now this periodic table is divided into 4 blocks, that is the S, P, D and F. The S block, that is on the extreme left hand side of the periodic table. यहाँ पे 2 ग्रुप्स हैं. इसको हम लोग एल्कलाई और एल्कलाइन अर्थ एलिमेंट्स बोलते हैं. यहाँ दिस वी हैव डन इन द 11th स्टैंडर्ड. इसके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ एंड केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ हमने डिटेल में 11th स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ चुके हैं. नेक्स्ट इज द पी ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स. दिस लाइज ऑन द एक्सट्रीम राइट साइड ऑफ द पीरियोडिक टेबल. इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ ग्रुप्स 13 to 18. इसमें से 13, 14 और 15 हम 11th स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ चुके हैं इन डिटेल. यहाँ पे 12th स्टैंडर्ड में हम 16, 17 और 18 ग्रुप्स पढ़ेंगे. एंड इन द मिडल ऑफ द पीरियोडिक टेबल, दैट इज द डी ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स, देर आर 10 ग्रुप्स इन द सेंटर ऑफ द पीरियोडिक टेबल. और इसको हम लोग ट्रांजिशन एलिमेंट्स भी बोलते हैं, जो कि हम लोग अभी 12th स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ेंगे. At the bottom of the periodic table, there are two series of elements present. These are also known as the inner transition elements, or also called as lanthanides and actinoids. Okay. In the 11th standard, we have studied how the electrons are filled in the various orbitals. इससे related हमने ऑफ-बॉस रूल पढ़ा था, जिसमें electrons are in the ground states. Electrons on the ground states are filled in the orbitals in the order of increasing energy. इंक्रीजिंग एनर्जी के आधार पे यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फिल होते हैं. फिर हमने पॉलिस एक्सक्लूजन प्रिंसिपल देखा था, जिसमें 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैन बी अकोमोडेटेड विद ओनली ऑपोजिट स्पिन्स. और हमने हंट्स रूल भी देखा था, in which the pairing of electrons in the orbitals belonging to the same subshell. एक सबशेल में जब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फिल होता है, पहले वो सिंगली फिल होता है और उसके बाद पेयरिंग स्टार्ट होता है. तो ये सब हमको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखते टाइम हमको मालूम होना चाहिए. तो देन ओनली वी विल बी able to write the electronic configuration of the elements. And one more thing, you have to remember the difference between subshell and the orbitals. यहाँ पे सबशेल, यदि S सबशेल है तो वहाँ पे मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ ऑर्बिटल्स कितने होंगे? 1 ऑर्बिटल, एंड इट विल हैव मैक्सिमम ऑफ 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सिमिलरली P सबशेल, इट विल हैव 3 ऑर्बिटल्स एंड देयर विल बी 6 electrons. And in case of D subshell, the maximum number of orbitals, that is there will be 5 orbitals, so the maximum number of electrons that will be filled is 10. And for the F subshell, there is 7 orbitals, so the maximum number of electrons that can be filled will be 14 electrons. So this all you have to remember. As I said, p block elements are placed in group 13 to 18 of the periodic table. Their valence shell electronic configuration is ns2 np126, except helium, which has 1s2 configuration. The p block elements contains all the three traditional type of elements. The metal on the left hand side, as you can see here, and the non-metals are placed on the right hand side, and metalloids along the zigzag line, that is green in color, which separates the metals from the non-metals. The non-metallic character increases as we move from left to right, whereas it decreases as we go down the group. Now, in the p block elements, the differentiating electrons, the last filling electron, enters the p orbital of the outermost shell. We know that the maximum of 6 electrons can be accommodated in the p subshell. It gives rise to group 13 to 18 in the p block. In this chapter, we will study the properties of elements of group 16, 17 and 18. In the group 16, the elements oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium are present. This is called as the oxygen family. Large number of metal ores are oxides and sulfides. This group 16 elements are also called as chalcogens because large number of metal ores are oxides or sulfides. Now the oxygen is most abundant of all the elements. We know that 20.95% of oxygen is present in air and about 46.6% by mass of earth crust. Similarly, sulfur forms 0.034% by the mass of earth crust. It occurs mainly in the combined forms as sulfates. जैसे gypsum है, this is the hydrated calcium sulfate होता है. Epsom salt है, this is also a hydrated magnesium sulfate. Then barite, that is barium sulfate. Sulfides just as galena, that is lead sulfide. Zinc blend, that is zinc sulfide, and copper pyrites. Selenium and tellurium are also found as the metal selenides and tellurides in the form of sulfide ores. Polonium is a radioactive and it is the decay product of thorium and uranium. Now, group 17 is the halogen family. It has fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. Now here halogens are very reactive due to high electronegativities. Hence they are not found in the free state. They occur in the form of compounds. Now here in the periodic table, these elements are collectively known as halogens, that is derived from the Greek word that means the salt producers. This mostly combines with the S block elements to form the various type of salts. These elements are highly electronegative. We know that in astatine is a radioactive and the short-lived. Although fluorine differs from other elements of group in the several respects, yet halogen shows resemblance in their physical and the chemical properties. Here fluorine occurs mainly in the form of insoluble fluorides. As I said, it cannot present in the free state. So it occurs in the form of fluorides like fluorospar, cryolite, fluoropatite, and small quantities are present in the soil, freshwater plants and bones and teeth of the animals. Seawater also contains chlorides, bromides and iodides of sodium, potassium, magnesium and calcium. However, mainly it contains sodium chloride. The deposits of dried up seabeds contains the sodium chloride and carnallite, that is the mineral containing potassium, magnesium. Marine life also contains iodine in their system. For example, seaweed contains about 0.5% iodine and chili saltpeter contains about 0.2% of the sodium iodate. Astatine is the last member of the halogen family and it is radioactive and has the life period of about 8.1 hour. Now group 18 are the noble gases. These are very stable, they have very stable electronic configurations as these orbitals are completely filled. Helium, which is 1s2, while other noble gases have the electronic configuration that is ns2 and p6. They have complete octet. Due to completely filled orbitals, these elements has no tendency to gain or lose electrons. They do not take part in various type of chemical reactions. All the noble gases except radon occurs in the atmosphere. Their abundance in the dry air is about 1% only, with the argon as the major constituent. The main commercial source of helium is the natural gas. Helium and neon are found in minerals of radioactive origins like pitchblende, monazite, and cleviate. Xenon and radon are the rarest element of the group. Radon is a decay product of radium. Now let us see the electronic configuration of group 16 elements. The valence shell electronic configuration of group 16 element is of type ns2np4. Thus they have 6 electrons in their valence shell, 2 in the s and 4 in the p subshell. Among the 4 electrons present in the np subshell, 2 are paired while other 2 are unpaired. Each element is thus short of 2 electrons to attain the nearest noble gas configuration. Now if we see the group 17 elements, here the valence shell electronic configuration of these elements is of type ns2np5. It means they have 7 electrons in their valence shell, 2 in the ns subshell and 5 in the np subshell. Among 5 electrons in the np subshell, only 1 electron is unpaired. Therefore, each halogen atom is short of 1 electron to attain the nearest noble gas configuration, as you can see here. Now, in the group 18 element, these are the noble gases. These noble gases have very stable electronic configuration. All the available orbitals present in them are completely filled. The electronic configuration of helium is 1s2 as you can see, while other noble gases have the electronic configuration of the type ns2np6. Due to the completely filled orbitals in the filled in the subshell, the electronic configuration of these elements have no tendency to lose or gain electrons. Hence, they do not take part in the chemical reaction and reacts with very few elements under certain conditions. These elements are unreactive under the ordinary conditions. In moving from left to right in the periodic table, the effective nuclear charge increases. Therefore, the electrons of 16 experiences greater nuclear pull as compared to the 15th group. It results in the decrease in the atomic radii. The atomic and the ionic radii increases down the group. This is due to the addition of new shell as we go down the group. Now in group 17, the atomic radii of halogen atoms is the smallest in its period. The atomic and the ionic radii increases on moving down the group. On moving from left to right, nuclear charge increases, but the number of shell remains the same. Thus, the nuclear charge experienced by the valence electrons in the halogen atom is the highest. Hence, the halogens have the smallest atomic radii. The atomic and the ionic radii increases on moving down the group due to the addition of new shell. If you observe here, the radius of the halide ion is the larger than the corresponding halogen atom. This is because electron cloud expands on addition of electron in the valence shell of the neutral atom. Now in group 18, the atomic radii of elements of this group are larger than the atomic radii of the corresponding elements of the group 17 halogens. The atomic radii increases on moving down the group from helium to xenon. Generally, atomic radii decreases moving from left to right, but the atomic radii of noble gases are found to be larger than those of the halogen atom. This is due to the increased electronic repulsion between the completely filled valence shell in the noble gases. Here, atomic radii corresponds to the van der Waals radii, which are larger than the covalent and the ionic radii. Now let us see the other properties, that is ionization enthalpy. Here this ionization enthalpy you have studied in the 11th standard. The energy required to remove an electron from the isolated gaseous atom in its ground state is called as ionization enthalpy. This ionization enthalpy is always positive, since the energy is always needed to be supplied to knock out the electron from the atom. Ionization enthalpy of group 16 elements are quite high. It is difficult to remove electrons from the valence shell of the atom. The ionization enthalpy decreases on moving down the group. The first ionization enthalpy of the lighter elements like oxygen, sulfur, selenium of group 16 are unexpectedly lower than those of the corresponding elements of group 15. If you see the electronic configuration of group 15 and 16 element, it is clear that the valence shell configuration of group 16 is more stable as compared to the group 16 elements. This is because group 15 elements possess half-filled p subshell, as you can see here, in its valence shell, which is more symmetrical, more stable. Due to extra stability of this half-filled configuration, more energy is required to remove an electron from the valence shell of an group 15. Hence, first ionization energy of lighter elements of group 16 are lower than those of the group 15 elements. Now, if you see the electron gain enthalpy, you all remember what is electron gain enthalpy? It is the enthalpy change that takes place when an electron is added to an isolated gaseous atom in its ground state. It is called as electron gain enthalpy. Here, the electron gain enthalpy may be positive or negative depending upon whether the process of adding electron is endothermic or exothermic. If you remember, we have seen that in the element of group 17, they have the high negative values of electron gain enthalpy. Why? This is because they attain the stable noble gas configuration on addition of one electron, while the group 18, that is noble gases, have on the other hand only high positive values of electron gain enthalpy. Why? This is because the added electron has to enter the next higher level with the large principal quantum number. So here in the group 16, these elements have high value of electron gain enthalpy. The electron gain enthalpy of oxygen is less negative than that of the sulfur. Here the electron gain enthalpy value decreases on moving down the group from sulfur to the polonium. Due to high electronegativities, the group 16 elements have affinity for electrons and release considerable amount of energies when electron is added to their valence shell. Hence, they have the high values of electron gain enthalpy. Now, oxygen is more electronegative than sulfur. Oxygen has small atomic size. In oxygen, the electron cloud is spread over the small region and therefore the charge density is higher. Due to this high electron density, oxygen atom does not accept the incoming easily and therefore has less negative value of electron gain enthalpy. The decrease in the electron gain enthalpy on moving from sulfur to polonium is due to the decrease in the electronegativity on moving down the group. So sometimes it is asked, next, that is the electronegativity. Now what is electronegativity? This also we have seen in the 11th standard. It is the ability of a covalently bond atom to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself. Now electronegativity of if you see the electronegativity of group 16, these elements have higher values of electronegativity as compared to those of the elements of group 15. It should be noted that oxygen is the second most electronegative element, first being the fluorine. Electronegativity decreases on moving down the group. On moving down the group, the size of the atom increases. As a result, effective nuclear charges decreases. Therefore, electronegativity decreases from oxygen to polonium. Now, if you see the density of group 16 element increases on moving down the group. This is due to less increase of size with reference to their atomic masses. On moving down the group, van der Waals force of attraction between the molecule is more, and therefore the lattice becomes more compact, hence density increases down the group. Now if you see the melting and boiling point, here the melting and boiling point increases regularly on moving down the group. If you see the melting point of polonium are lower than that of the tellurium. This increase of melting point and boiling point is due to the increase of the atomic size and the increase in the magnitude of the van der Waals forces. The larger the difference between the melting and boiling point of oxygen and sulfur is due to the existence of oxygen as diatomic molecule and sulfur is octaatomic molecule. So oxygen is a gas while sulfur is a solid, and as I said, melting point and boiling point of polonium are lower than that of the tellurium. This is because the polonium possesses lower melting point and boiling point than tellurium due to the inert pair effect. This inert pair effect is maximum in polonium due to more nuclear charge. The s electrons of the polonium are less readily available as compared to the tellurium. Therefore, the intermolecular van der Waals forces are weaker in polonium and consequently it has low melting point and boiling point as compared to the tellurium. So, this is the reason. Now in group 17, ionization enthalpy of halogens are very high. The ionization enthalpy decreases on moving down the group. The very high ionization enthalpies of halogens are due to their small atomic size and high effective nuclear charge. Fluorine atom is the smallest. Its ionization enthalpy is highest and it has no tendency to lose its valence electron. On moving down the group, the size of the atom increases and consequently ionization enthalpy decreases. It is due to this decrease in the ionization enthalpy, iodine shows some of the electropositive character and has a tendency to form I plus by losing one of its valence electrons. Now, electron gain enthalpy. Here the halogen liberates maximum heat by gain of electrons as compared to the elements in the corresponding periods. Electron gain enthalpies of halogens are negative. The reason is the atoms of these elements have only one electron less than the nearest stable noble gas configuration. The value of electron gain enthalpy of the elements becomes less negative on moving down the group. The negative electron gain enthalpy of fluorine is less than that of the chlorine due to the smaller atomic size of fluorine. As the interelectronic repulsions are stronger in the relatively smaller 2p orbitals of the fluorine, there is no much attraction of nucleus on the incoming electrons due to high electron density. Now if you see the electronegativity, halogen possess very high value of electronegativity. The electronegativity value decreases moving down the group. High value of electronegativity of halogens are due to small atomic radii and high effective nuclear charge. On moving down the group, atomic radii increases and effective nuclear charge decreases. Hence, electronegativity value decreases from fluorine to iodine. Fluorine is most electronegative element. Now, if you see the density of halogen increases on moving down the group, and melting point and boiling point of halogens have low melting and boiling point. The melting and boiling point increases on moving down the group. Now if we see group 18, in the group 18, elements possess very high value of ionization enthalpy. The enthalpy of the noble gases is highest. The ionization enthalpy decreases down the group. Larger ionization enthalpy is due to the closed shell electronic configuration, as it requires very large amount of energy to remove an electron from the completely filled outermost shell. On moving down the group, the size of the atom increases and consequently the valence electron experiences less force of attraction by the nucleus. Hence, ionization enthalpy decreases from helium to radon. Now, electron gain enthalpy. Due to the stable electronic configuration, these gases have no tendency to accept electron. Hence, these elements have larger value of electron gain enthalpy. The melting point and boiling point of noble gases are much lower as compared to the other substances of comparable molecular masses. The melting point and boiling point increases regularly on moving down the group. This is due to weak interatomic forces. The interaction in the noble gases is due to slight mutual polarization of the atoms. That induced dipole interactions that we have seen in the 11th standard. What are induced dipole interactions? Now the van der Waals forces of attraction, since they have stable electronic configurations, the atoms are polarizable only with difficulty. With the increasing atomic size, polarizability of atom increases and accordingly magnitude of van der Waals forces increases down the group. The melting and boiling point of helium is the lowest. Now let us summarize the topic. We have started the p block elements of the periodic table that has the group 13 to 18 elements. In this 13, 14 and 15 we have done in the 11th standard. In this lecture we have started with the 16, 17 and the 18th group. We have seen that in group 16, elements like oxygen, sulfur, selenium and tellurium are present. They are known as chalcogens or the ore-forming elements. Many metal combines with this oxygen and sulfur to form various type of oxides, sulfides and sulfides. Now in the group 17, we have fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. They are called as the halogens. In Greek it means the salt producing elements. ये बहुत सारे metals like sodium, potassium, magnesium वगैरह के साथ combine होके salts बनाता है. Astatine is the last member of it and it's radioactive in nature. Now we have seen the group 18 elements, that is also known as the noble gas group. Here the helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon are present. They are present in the atmosphere in the less amount. The main commercial source of helium is the natural gas. Helium and neon are also found in the minerals like pitchblende, monazite, cleviate, etc. Now the general electronic configuration of group 16, that is, you have to remember this NS2 NP4, and of the group 16 elements have 2 electrons less than the stable electronic configuration of the noble gas. Then we have seen the electronic configuration of group 17. They have the general electronic configuration, that is NS2 NP5. They have 1 electron less than the stable electronic configuration to the nearest noble gas. And the group 18, that is the noble gas, they have the stable electronic configuration, that is NS2 NP6. This you have to then we have done the atomic properties, like atomic and the ionic radii increases down the group as a result of increase in the number of प्रिंसिपल सेल और द क्वांटम शेल. ये हमेशा याद रखना, जब हम लोग लेफ्ट से राइट में जाएंगे तो एटॉमिक रेडियाई डिक्रीज होता है और दैट इज ड्यू टू इंक्रीज इन द न्यूक्लियर चार्ज. और जब भी हम ऊपर से नीचे आते हैं तो नंबर ऑफ शेल्स बढ़ता है, तो न्यूक्लियस और आउटर मोस्ट शेल का क्या होता है, डिस्टेंस बढ़ता है. इसकी वजह से क्या होता है, एटॉमिक रेडियाई इंक्रीज होता है. Now we have seen the ionization enthalpy. This decreases down the group due to the increase in the atomic size across the period. The ionization potential increases with the increase in the atomic number. It is due to the addition of electron in the same shell. Next we have seen in the group 16 have the lower ionization enthalpy than the group 15. That also we have discussed. Next is the electronegativity. Electronegativity decreases down the group. Oxygen is has the highest electronegativity next to the fluorine among us the all elements. Halogens have very high electronegativity. Now electron gain enthalpy. In the group 16 and 17, electron gain enthalpy becomes less negative down the group. However, in group 16, oxygen has less electronegative electron gain enthalpy than sulfur due to its small atomic size. This is important. That also we have discussed. In group 17, fluorine has less negative electron gain enthalpy than that of the chlorine. Now this is also due to the small size of the fluorine atom. Group at 18 have the large positive electron gain enthalpy because they have completely filled shells. Now melting point and boiling point. Group melting point and boiling point increases on moving down the group. Polonium have lower melting and boiling point due to the inert pair effect. This is also important. Now halogens have low melting and boiling point. Boiling point and melting point increases down the group. Melting point and boiling point of noble gases are much low as compared to the other substance having the same molar mass. This melting and boiling point increases down the group. Now this is because of the van der Waals force of attraction, because here the interaction is purely due to the induced dipole. So this all we have done in this lecture. This exceptional cases are important in this, that may be asked in the examination. So hope you all understood. Take care. Thank you.